Police, open the door! This is the moment the leader of an organized criminal network is finally taken into custody. 70 million pounds in drug cash. One man is about to move all of it through Heathrow Airport using nothing but carry-on luggage. Straight through security, past customs. Not hidden, not disguised, simply carried. How does that even happen? It comes down to simple mathematics. Under UK law, you can travel with up to £9,000 in cash without declaring it. Stay below that limit, and you're just another passenger with money. No paperwork, no questions, no investigation. Now watch what happens when you scale that up. £9,000 on a single trip is £9,000 moved. Do it 10 times, and that becomes £90,000. Push it to 58 trips, and suddenly you're looking at £522,000, moved by just one person. In 2017 alone, Charan Singh made 58 trips from London Heathrow to Dubai. 58 flights in 12 months, more than once every week. Same route, same airport, same destination. And he wasn't doing it alone. His network carried out hundreds more trips. Different individuals, rotating couriers, each one carrying cash just under the legal limit. All flying to Dubai, all returning to London. Over 2 years, this system quietly moved 70 million pounds through one of the most heavily monitored airports in the world. And here's the part that defies logic. Charan Singh kept records, detailed ones, like he was running a legitimate business. Flight numbers, courier names, exact amounts moved, all written down by hand. When officers from the National Crime Agency raided his home in November 2019, they weren't met with encrypted drives or wiped devices. There were no hidden servers or complex digital trails. Instead, they found a notebook in a drawer. His handwriting, documenting every transaction, every trip, every piece of the operation. Why would someone running a 70 million pound criminal enterprise record everything in pen? That question is at the center of this story. And so is another. How did 16 people manage to pass through the same airport over and over again without anyone noticing the pattern? This is a full breakdown of one of the most sophisticated money laundering networks West London has ever seen, and how a single handwritten ledger brought it all crashing down. Before we go further, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because in this story, you're about to see exactly how 16 individuals moved 70 million pounds across international borders, who they were, how the system worked, and the one mistake that exposed everything. This gets intense. Now let's take a closer look at who Charan Singh really is. Based in Hounslow, West London, 44 years old, a British passport holder, and a former resident of the United Arab Emirates. He's not a street-level offender. He's not dealing drugs or committing robberies. What he's running is a service, a professional money laundering operation. Here's the problem he solves. Here's how it works. Step 1. Collection. Criminal groups from across the UK bring their cash into the network. Every pound is counted. Twice. Trust is limited, even among criminals, so everything is recorded internally. Who delivered what and how much. The cash is stored across various houses in West London. Ordinary properties, holding hundreds of thousands in small notes. Step 2. Preparation. You can't walk into Heathrow carrying £500,000. That would trigger immediate scrutiny. So the money is split. 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, always below the declaration limit. It's counted again, packaged carefully, and distributed to couriers. Step 3. Transport. Not everyone travels. That would attract attention. A select group handles the flights, people who can stay calm, blend in, answer questions if needed. Charan Singh travels regularly. So does Valjit Singh. Swander Singh Dal and others rotate. They vary their schedules. Different days, different times, sometimes different airlines. To airport staff, they look like frequent business travelers. Return tickets, plausible reasons, nothing unusual. But collectively, they're moving millions. Break the numbers down again. One person carrying £8,000 per trip over 20 trips moves £160,000. Over 58 trips, that becomes £464,000. Multiply that across multiple couriers over 2 years, and you reach 70 million pounds, passing through Heathrow, through security, onto flights bound for Dubai. Step 4. Dubai. Once the cash reaches the UAE, it's gathered and consolidated. Dubai works perfectly for this, a global financial hub with constant movement and fewer questions. Charan Singh had already built connections there during his time living in the UAE. He set up the infrastructure first, then moved to London to run operations on this side. The cash enters financial systems, gets transferred, converted, layered through transactions, gradually separating it from its criminal origin. Step 5. Return. The money doesn't come back as cash. That would defeat the entire process. Instead, it returns through bank transfers, business payments, investment returns, loans from overseas entities. On paper, everything looks legitimate. The clients receive their money back minus a fee. And when you're moving 70 million pounds, even a small percentage is enormous profit. This system runs for 2 years, hundreds of successful trips, millions moved, no interruptions, until patterns start to show. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. I break down major UK crime cases like this every week, how they operate and how they eventually fall apart. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Now, I want to hear from you. What stands out the most? The $70 million? The 58 trips in a single year? The scale of the operation? Or the fact that it was all written down? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this with someone who's into true crime or wants to understand how operations like this actually work. Because this is what large-scale money laundering looks like in reality. 16 people convicted, over 70 years in combined prison sentences, 70 million pounds disrupted, all because one man kept a notebook. I'll see you in the next one.